How's it going, Phil here? And today, what I want to do is I want to show you what you can do with your nutrition, the three things that you need to understand about nutrition so you can lose 5 to 7 kilos by Christmas, maybe have a bit of a break over Christmas, like most of us will do. And then in the new year, you can carry on. Please don't wait to the new year. So let's talk about the nutrition that we need to drop 5 to 7 kilos by Christmas, which is definitely achievable. Trust me. Right. So what I feel like most of you guys have, executives especially, is diet confusion. That really holds a lot of you back from losing body fat, losing weight, because it's just such a minefield. There's so much information online, there's so much confusion, there's so many myths that you either one or two things happened, you don't get the results that you want, or you do and it's not very sustainable and you ditch the whole idea after a few weeks. And what we want is diet clarity. You want to look at this and go, I have a good enough understanding of nutrition that I can just take control. I can go into a restaurant or a business meeting, a client lunch. I know I can eat this then I can go back to this at home. I can prepare meals. I can eat on the go. Knowledge is power. It's very cliche, but if you have what we're going to talk about, if you have the understanding of the things we're going to talk about today, you will have the power to lose body fat in a consistent way. Not talking about kind of extreme diets here. We're looking at consistency over time. So what are the three main nutrition problems? You'll probably have one of these at least. So one of the questions I get a lot of the time is, how much should I eat? How much should I eat? We'll come back to it, comes back to what we're going to do in a minute. So there's problem number one. How much food do I need to lose body fat without starving myself or leaving myself with so few calories I have to live off dust and rocks? Problem number two. What should I eat? Shouldn't really be a problem, but if you follow enough social media, you'll know that somebody says one food is going to save you from cancer and make you look amazing. And then another coach will say that very same food is going to give you cancer and you're going to die. So it's very confusing. And then what we have really is kind of, most guys will ask me when. It's normally how much, what, and when. By that, we're really thinking about structure. If you don't understand one of those things, it's bad, especially how much. If you don't know how much, you won't lose body fat. If you don't know what, typically the diet is going to be hard to sustain. And guys who don't know what to eat will typically lose weight. It won't be so much body fat, and they'll end up skinny fat because they won't maintain or even build muscle. And then when, here's the secret, when doesn't actually matter from, I guess, from a scientific point of view, but it does matter for your consistency. It does matter for your ability to say, I can do this forever. So let's cover these. What do you really want to solve? Well, what I look at it as in terms of how much, I think of it as, zoom in a bit here, what I call perfect portions. You kind of want to know exactly how many calories you need, but you also want to know what that looks like from a portion point of view. So it's no point me saying to someone, I want you to eat 1,500 calories or 3,000 calories. That number doesn't mean anything to anyone, for a lot of guys, especially if you're executives where you eat on the go. So it may not be a case where you can be perfect every time. You're not always weighing food. You're not bodybuilders walking around with bags of Tupperware with food in. It's kind of like, shit, I'm in a hotel, I'm in an airport, I'm meeting this client and I'm going here and I'm back in the office. It's hectic. You need to be able to eyeball the portions a little bit. And I don't recommend we do this from the very beginning, but over time, my clients will say, I've weighed out this portion of rice so many times. I've had chicken so many times now. I've had steak. I've had 8 ounces of steak so many times. I know that's what I roughly need, which means if in doubt, you can stick to it and you'll still get results. That also takes some self-awareness. So that's very, very important, is perfect portions. If you get that right, something that I do with clients, which is a little bit more advanced, is actually spread the portions out differently through the day or on different days of the week, depending on what their business schedule or their social life is dictating. For what? I think of it as you want to be informed. You want informed food choices. How many times have you been to a restaurant or just looked in the fridge or just said to yourself, like, I don't really know what to eat. Like, I know maybe I should cut out junk food and probably is a good idea not to have takeaway every day. But what do I eat to make myself healthy, to not let myself be hungry, to build muscle and strength, to kind of have an athletic body? What do I choose? And what do I choose? This is normally an important one for executives. What do I choose if the choices are limited? So it's great if you're at home and the fridge is chocked full of good foods, a little bit easier. A lot of my clients will be like, Phil, I've been invited to go here for lunch, or I'm having a date night here. What would be the best choice? And they'll often send me like the menu, or I'll go to the website and I'll say, yeah, we'll just go with this, this, and this. And that's what we'll do. So that is informed food choices. You know what foods are good for protein, fats, and carbs. You know what foods are good for hunger, for being filling. You know what foods are good for energy or stable energy. And you know what foods are good for your health, good for your hormones. So there's a good balance there. And of course, sometimes you are going to choose foods that are just nice. Like, I wouldn't take that away from anyone. And then when I think of this is tailored timing. This one is probably going to be different to what a lot of you think, because you might be thinking, Phil, do I need to lose weight? Do I need to have 4 meals a day? Does it need to be 6? Do I have to have breakfast? Can I skip breakfast? Do I skip dinner? Is it too late to eat at this time? Should I eat before my workout? What do I eat after my workout? These are the questions guys have. A lot of it, truthfully, will all pan out the same if you get this right and this right. But there is certainly one that's best for you. There is one that's going to be best for you. And as an executive, we are going to need flexibility. Chances are your day to day is going to change. One week you may skip breakfast because you're busy. Another week you may have breakfast because you're with the kids. Another day you may have high carb. Another day it may be low carb. One day you may only have 2 meals because you've pushed calories to the end of the day to compensate for a few beers. It will need to change. But if you want to go from feeling confused about nutrition, and you don't want to be more confused about nutrition, so you aren't, one of the mistakes a lot of you guys make is you kind of learn what is relevant for a pro bodybuilder or maybe like an Olympic athlete. You learn details that are irrelevant. You make it too complex. Especially guys I work with that are execs and they like data and they're ambitious and they're smart. They tend to overcomplicate it. Really, if you're just sitting there thinking, I just want to lose 5-10 kilos, maybe more after Christmas, but in the next few weeks, before Christmas, maybe 5 or 6 kilos, and you don't want to punish yourself, if you can understand portion control, if you can understand what foods are best most of the time. As a side note, you can have the odd chocolate bar, you can have the odd pizza, trust me. And you know what is, or you kind of learn how to structure it that's best for you. And you learn how to have this flexibility here. You will make nutrition, it will be so clear to you. One of the things that a lot of men say to me when they work with me is a couple of things. I wish I'd started sooner. It's common, but a real common one is, it's far more simple than I thought. And I think a lot of the guys that I work with are troubled by that for a while. They often feel like it's too simple to work. Simple can work. Simple is easy to be consistent, and consistency for you guys is what you need so that you can crack on for long enough to achieve your goals and then keep it off. Now, if you'd like some help with that, I am looking for 5 guys to start coaching in November through to December and beyond, to get you started, put this strategy in place, help you lose 5 or 6 kilos, keep you on track a little bit over Christmas. And then in the new year, when everyone is waking up with hangovers and bloated bellies, you'll already be ahead of them because you've lost some weight. You know what to do because you will have the plan to follow, and you'll be like, I'm raring to go. Let's crack on. If that is you, you're ambitious, you're ready to roll, and you are ready to change your life, either comment Christmas below if you're on like LinkedIn or Facebook. If you're watching this on the website, just I'll put a button below that you can click and book a call. See you soon.